Hi, welcome to the Redragon Artemis Pro review video. What's up guys, Sauce here, hope your day's going well. So today we'll be taking a look at an anime keyboard. This is the Redragon Artemis Pro.
That is very interesting.
As you can hear by that actually sounds pretty good. That is not a bad sounding keyboard, and it's a budget keyboard as well. A full-size budget keyboard that sounds really good.
You know what it is.
This is a compact one. There are many reasons why this keyboard sounds good. There are also many cool features about this keyboard. But before we get started, I would like you guys to know I did release some new wallpapers. The Clouds V2 wallpapers are out now. I sent the email out. Hopefully you guys have downloaded it. New t-shirts also available. As always, thank you guys so much for your support. Anyway, let's get started. So this is the Artemis K719 Pro anime keyboard. We will check out another version of this keyboard, the graffiti version. We'll check that out in a few weeks. This is Redragon's own custom waifu character called Inara. So this is who's on your keyboard. So if you're a fan of anime and Redragon's waifu character called Inara, in the box, it comes with extra switches, a USB-C cable, and a switch and keycap puller. It's definitely a plus whenever a company adds extra switches. Some companies don't add any extra switches, so if you break a switch, you're out of luck.
Look at me. Sure.
And this is what the keyboard looks like. This is a 95 key keyboard, and it's basically a full-size compact keyboard. It is missing a few keys that would usually go in between the numpad and the main keyboard layout, and this helps this keyboard be a bit more compact, so it's a bit smaller than a full-size keyboard. The details on the keycaps look amazing. The colors are definitely bright. When I first received the keyboard, I thought it wouldn't look as good as it did. It looks a lot better in person than even on the camera. As you can see, this keyboard comes with the LCD screen at the top right and a media knob, which is incredibly useful. Having a media knob on a keyboard nowadays is like a huge perk. It helps you with controlling your video, play, pause, and turning your volume up and down. And on the back of the keyboard, it looks incredible. This is what the keyboard weighs. It's not completely heavy for a full-size keyboard since it is a bit compact. It's about 2 pounds. This keyboard also comes with RGB as well as being tri-mode. And Redragon did a really good job with the sound dampening on this keyboard. Usually plastic keyboards like this will sound hollow, but they put 5 layers of sound dampening so that the foam absorbs some of that sound. So the 5 layers are PO foam, IXPE switch foam, PET sound pad, the bottom socket foam, and then the silicone dampener. And it ends up sounding incredible. That combined with the cherry profile keycaps and their hi-fi linear switches, which are really smooth, ends up sounding really creamy and poppy. This keyboard also does have a software, which I'll show later on in the video, but it's a download software, not a web-based software like what we've been looking at recently on the channel, but we'll get into that later on. The screen is also fully customizable. You can upload a GIF on the software. You can also control the RGB with the volume knob. You can control the date time and the effects as well. So the screen is actually pretty useful on this one. One thing I do wish is the screen was a bit larger. I also like that the Redragon logo is not on top of the keyboard and it's actually on the side where you can't see it at all times. And at the bottom of the keyboard, there's rubber feet to protect your desk and protect the keyboard from slipping. The USB-C cable being on the left side is definitely a thumbs down. So this is a keyboard I'd probably use wirelessly only. This keyboard also has a 4000 mAh battery. The keycaps are die-sub PBT keycaps in this unique anime theme, and it's also tri-mode with Bluetooth 2.4 GHz and the USB-C cable. I'm not sure exactly what switches these are. I did search them up, but I couldn't find exactly which ones these are. They're supposed to be Redragon's hi-fi linear switches. And I'll put the specs of the switches on the screen as well so you guys can look at it. This switch is on the lighter side. I found it really comfortable to type on and play games with. It has a 1000 Hz polling rate, which is standard for gaming. This keyboard is also fully hot swappable, meaning you can use it with 5-pin or 3-pin switches. They're claiming these switches are supposed to make this keyboard thock, but it's not really thocky. It's more so on the poppy creamy side. Now onto the keycaps. Probably the best part about this keyboard, the way these keycaps are designed is actually incredible. You can see the flow of the drawings between each keycap, and it looks amazing from the angle that you're sitting at. You can see the actual drawing perfectly. These are cherry profile keycaps, so they're really comfortable to type on, and also produces a really nice sound with this keyboard combination with foam and the hi-fi switches. The stabilizers are also pre-lubed and they're not too bad. Here's the measurements for the thickness of the keycaps. Definitely a huge thumbs up for the keycaps. Alright, so this is the K719 Pro landing page. As you can see, it says it's $90 right now, but 20% off with this code and it's $72. You can see the highlights about the keyboard right here, like the LCD screen, the media knob, and then as you scroll down, you see more details about it and the specifications. You can see the layout of all the foam inside, and then at the bottom, you'll see the software download, and then that takes you to this page. You can see the user guide, which also includes a screen customization tutorial, click driver downloads, and you have the firmware here and also the download new software. This is a download software. This is not a web-based software, so bummer. If you're someone who doesn't like downloading software, this keyboard won't be for you. And this is what the software looks like. As you can see, you can create new profiles. First page is the lighting settings. Then you have the button settings. And in the button settings, you can click a key, change it to standard keyboard button, and then go ahead and select what key you want to change it to. This is a little bit confusing at first glance, but yeah, this is how it works. And then you click the save and it saves like that. All right, let me change that back to A. Save that. And then on the next page, you have the macro management. You can create macros on this page. So create new macro, click here to start recording, stop recording, save that. All right, it seems like it's already saved under macro_1. And then in the button settings, go to A, pick a macro function, and then pick macro A. And then go ahead and click save. And then now if we click A, source gets typed out. Let me go ahead and make that the default function and save that. That's how you would use the macros. And then we have other settings. You can change the polling rate right here. So 1000 Hz polling rate, which is good for gaming. And then on view screen, you can change all the settings about the screen here. So let's go ahead and actually change that. I'm gonna go ahead and upload something. So I just uploaded this one right here. I'm gonna click upload all frame. Oh, it says only the wired mode upload is supported. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug my keyboard in, and this is what it looks like on the keyboard. And that's all for the software, so let's get back to the video. And for my final thoughts, I think this keyboard looks incredible. The current price where it's on sale is also a good price for this keyboard. If you're an anime fan, if you like the way the keycaps look, the way the back of the keyboard looks, if this color suits your setup, if you like a full-size compact keyboard with a numpad, a media knob, an LCD screen which is fully customizable, a gasket-mounted keyboard with a soft typing feel, and 1000 Hz polling rate for gaming, then this keyboard is for you. I know some of you guys don't like loud, colorful keyboards like this, so this keyboard is definitely niche. As I mentioned earlier, I didn't like the USB-C cable placement. Definitely do wish the screen was a bit bigger. The layout of the arrow keys being a bit lower than the rest of the keyboard keys is kind of ugly. This is a very niche keyboard for anime lovers with a nice theme. The keyboard itself, without all the anime flashy design, is a good keyboard. You have an LCD screen, a media knob, nice creamy poppy keyboard, which is gasket mounted and is really fun to type on and play games with. And that's all I have for this keyboard, so let's get into the sound test. And if you made it to the end of the video, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment below, what do you think about this keyboard? Are you a fan of anime? This keyboard is definitely really niche. As I mentioned earlier, I did release some new wallpapers, Clouds V2. Go ahead and go download it. As always, thank you guys so much for your support, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.